Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, coming to you with a wicked Iron Golem farm. Everybody's been waiting. I've done two. I did a huge triple Iron Golem farm, which was a little bit bigger and closer to this size. And then recently I did a more compact version, which, you know, didn't necessarily pump out too much volume. I mean, I wasn't really happy with the amount of iron that came out of it. This one here is only a little bit bigger, I think about 2 blocks bigger, but that said, it is really good. I've only just completed it, and it literally pumped an iron golem right away and right here. So we got 15. I've been in here about 15 minutes. We're looking at almost a stack an hour. I'm really thinking, you know, I think maybe something like 55. It could go as much as 55 to 64 iron ingots an hour. That said, everything here works good. None of the villagers escape. This guy, don't look out, bro. They open a new door. And there you go. So I'm just gonna sit here. I think they do come every between 5 or 6 minutes. I think something like that. But there is a large chance that things can go sour every once in a while. And basically, they work on ticks. One can be generated every X amount of ticks, and there's a certain fail rate with that. So basically, your goal is to get the lowest fail rate in Iron Golem spawning. So that said, I will go over this again. Long story short, I'll give you the quick ones. You got to be 64 blocks away from a village. I personally recommend building it in a plains or desert. You could build it anywhere, I think, but I know for sure every one I've ever built in a plains or desert works good. 64 blocks away from the village, especially with the new villager mechanics and breeding them, it's much harder in here. If you're going to want to get them into this pod, you're going to want to do so with railroad tracks or some mine carts or something like that. But I was hoping one would spawn while I did this. It's hilarious because this video, when I do it in 2 parts. I build it, which is the last part of the video, and then at the end of the video, once it's built, is when I do the intro of the video showing you how it works. And in the last part, I'm like, okay, so we're done, and yeah, so don't worry, it works, I know for sure. And then I ended the video, and like literally 1 second later, an Iron Golem spawned. So that said, with this, we got literally 15 iron, 2 roses. Poppies, sorry, they're not roses anymore, they're poppies. So they do take up to 6 minutes each. So I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to wait. I think we're just going to jump into the video. I was super proud that I did the next part of the video in under 20 minutes. So I think we're going to jump in. It works, guys. I'm telling you, you've seen the iron in the trunk, and there you go. So for this build, you're going to need 15 to 20 stacks of cobblestone. I really must say, something like that, maybe a little more. A little more if you want to kind of get rid of some other ingredients. I mean, depending. You're going to need 1 bucket of lava for the bottom to burn them out. Down here, you're going to need 3 buckets of water to create a water source, because you actually need a lot of water, but you need to just bring 3 buckets of water up with you. That will help you make your source block, and then you can do whatever you want. Now, give or take, guys, you need about 2 stacks of glass. That said, you don't need this glass here. Doesn't need to be glass. None of this needs to be glass. This can all not be glass. And actually down there, pretty much none of it needs to be glass. All that glass could be cobble, but I would keep anything on a top point on these pods glass, because then mobs can't spawn on it, and that will help you out, make you feel better about it. So that's good. And then all you need other than that is 2 chests, 4 signs, about 72 doors. You're going to need about 72 doors. That's for all the doors all the way around. You can't really skimp on that. They're going to need to be wood doors. I wish one would come. You know, I was trying to do this, but... And then last but not least, you're going to need 10 villagers, guys. A minimum of 10. I like to put 4 per pod. That's 16. But they will start spawning once you have 10. So I think on that note, I'm hoping one will come before I leave. Where are you, Mr. Golem friends? Where are you? Oh wow, it worked, believe me. That iron didn't find its way down there in no time. So on that note, let's jump into the build. Okay, so we have all the stuff we need now, and we're going to start off with a quick explanation. And I did a majority of the problem right here. This will kill the time in this video and make it much quicker and efficient. So we're going to go over a few things quick. You need to be 64 blocks away from a village. A village is represented by any wooden doors. Wooden doors only. If there's iron doors, that's okay. That said, this is like maybe 100. I would recommend in the current snapshot of Minecraft, that you put your Iron Golem farm somewhat near a village. It is much more difficult to breed villagers now in the current version of Minecraft. They're gonna have to be willing, and it's much easier when they have a nice farm there. Everything you can train track them over. That said, you could just bring the villagers here and breed them if you have the wheat and all that jazz. It's your call. Long story short, guys, for this one here, if you need an Iron Golem to spawn, you're gonna need 21 doors and 10 villagers. That's the minimum standard in order to actually create one. So as you can see, I've created the platforms here. We are 64 blocks away from the village. There is some argument. I always tell people build it in a desert or a plains biome. However, I have seen several outside of those biomes, and I've seen it nowhere. But if and when I make one, usually I just follow plains and desert because I have a lot less problems with them. If you put it too high in the sky in the wrong biome, the water could freeze. If you put it in a frozen biome, it could also freeze. And you're messing with some stuff. So I just put it in a plains or desert. You guys put it wherever you want. And then you're going to make these two platforms. Very easy. These two platforms are super easy, guys. What you're going to do is make a platform that's 18 by 18 with a hole of 4 in the middle like this. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and make another. So 2 of them right next to each other, 3 blocks away from each other. See? 1, 2, 3 is what you need for an Iron Golem to spawn. So long story short, 2 18 by 18 platforms right on top of each other with a hole of 4 in the middle. Very easy. 18 by 18, hole of 4 in the middle, and then just round a 2-high wall on all of them while leaving a space of 1 between this gap right here, as you can see, or 2 between the walls. This right here is the hard part, guys. You're going to need tons of cobble. I would make it out of something cheap. It's all up to you. As long as you have a space of 3 for them to spawn there, and as much space as you need for them to spawn here. I think the new dynamic of this is I'm just moving the villager pods a little bit to try to maximize the output. I think I really clocked this one at about 45 ingots an hour, which is pretty good and much faster than actually the last one that I did that was smaller. So let's go ahead and let's start this going. I just get rid of these guys. I just lit up in here so everybody could see what I'm doing. Oh, why did I do that? So let's just make some light. So basically what you're going to do, guys, is set these water areas up. And you're going to do so by putting 3 blocks like this, It looks like Cubert. Do that in every single corner. This is key, or else when you put your water, you're going to have a real problem with creating one jumbo source block, and it won't be very much fun. So get rid of these, not get rid, but put, and these guys here because they're key. And once you've done all that, pretty easy, guys, take your source block of water. The one thing I will tell you guys, if you're on survival, you don't need to bring 1,000,000 buckets of water. You only need 3. Basically, we're going to put source blocks on each side all the way around. And if you're in survival, guys, put your first 3 right here. And once you do that, you now have your new source block of water right here. So all you got to do is put your source block, pick up 1, put your source block, pick up 1. You're pretty good to go. I'm on creative, so it's not as hard, but basically source block between all of these. Nice. Do this one here, source block between all these guys right here. I hope that doesn't mess it up. That'll be okay. The one thing you'll realize, guys, is these are so key. These corner blocks here, if you do not put them, you will have, don't even want to get me going. It's a pain in the butt. So let's just get our source blocks down the side. Perfect. And then on this side right here. And now that we've done that, it all goes to the middle, but we got to fix these corners up. Again, we want the best spawn area, so we want a 3-high everywhere for them to spawn. So just go ahead, get rid of this block, and then bust the rest of them out. Perfect. Go over here. Put this here. Again, this is just a placeholder for me to show you guys. Get rid of these guys. Oh, yeah, man, it's looking good, looking good. Again, light is not necessary in here, if you ask me, because nothing can spawn on water, except for the Iron Golems, for that matter. So we'll put these guys here, and there you go. Looks pretty straightforward. It works good. Everything leans to the middle. I like it. Let's get out of here and go upstairs. Now that we're upstairs, let's just finish this that I opened up for you guys. We'll close it back up. We're going to do the same thing here. I wonder how long it's going to take me to do this video. I think I'll get it done pretty quick. So put these guys here. Some more. But the hardest part about this is literally building these 2 floors. But resource-wise, I mean, I think the only hard part of it, what, 4 hoppers and 4 hoppers, a couple lava, like, it's pretty much remedial as far as it goes. So let's just go over here and Fill our source blocks. Perfect. Do it over here as well. And again, if you wanted to stack these guys, easy. Just go up more than 64 blocks, and you could stack them up, build yourself a nice iron tower. I find that I never really had a use for. I had a triple one in my survival world. It was cool. It was like a 2-hour tutorial or something like that. But this, looking back, I probably would have just made a small one, because now I'm sitting on like so much iron that I just build everything with iron. But if you like it, like it. And as you can see, we've done this one last time. Get rid of these guys. Oh, there's one more. Holy cow. So we'll get rid of here, there, and now, you know, we're good to go. So basically, guys, these things are going to spawn iron golems. Once we're done, they're all going to go. So basically, long story short, if you want to build this, I would recommend at least a 4-block space below. You have to have at least, you could put it up higher. Iron golems don't take fall damage. Not that it matters, because you're trying to kill them anyway. But let's light this up, and this is where the glass blocks come in. Let's get everything we need for the bottom. Again, this is pretty much the resources. The hard resources is right here. Some signs. It's pretty simple stuff. Yeah, it's more your time, I think. Signs, iron, we got chests, we need some glass. And there you go. There's the hard stuff other than the cobble. We're going to need those wood doors. We're going to need that. We don't need water right now. So perfect. So let's just cover this tube down. Basically, I'm just going to cover it down. 1, 2. Looks good. Oh, we got some horse friends coming in to hang out. But yeah, this is pretty much the most simplified version of an iron golem farm, as good as it gets. And honestly, I tested this one versus the other, this a little slightly more compact one, and I would have to say that we're just gonna put a hole right here, and then we're just gonna cover this up. That's where our chest is gonna go. We don't have to have access to this. Before we do that, actually, I'm just gonna run in here, and we're just gonna place our signs. You're gonna just put one here, one here, one here, and then one over here as well. And that's going to be where our lava goes. So let's just seal this bad boy up. Actually, you know what? Let's dig this out right here. We're going to have 6. Take your chest, put it here, grab your hoppers, crouch place them into this chest, and make sure they go into each other. Once that's done, we could actually seal this entire iron area right off. So I'm just going to go ahead and cover it right up. I don't know what kind of shenanigans will go on, but there you go. Once this is done, that is pretty much the auto part. Let's just go up. The only 2 ways to kill an iron golem is suffocation and lava. So let's go down here. We got our lava, and we're just going to do this. And you can do it with 1 lava if you really wanted to, I'm pretty sure. And there you go. So now things are going to fall down there and die. That's pretty cool. So now here's the key to success, guys. Doors is what does it. You need a minimum of 21. However, we're going to try to work on some increased efficiency. So what I do with this one is write down each side. I'm going to go ahead and just lace each side with doors. Perfect. Skipping the corners right here as well. And right on this side as well. Again, just wood. It is as cheap as it gets. Wood and cobblestone, water. Sounds like a really affordable recipe for sure. And these guys are done. Once these guys are done, it looks good. So now, guys, the only thing left to create iron golems is, okay, you know what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to give everybody a little hint. Not a little hint, but go ahead and cover these with half slabs, bottom half slabs. You want to make sure that no mobs spawn up here. It isn't that bad, actually, other than your villager pods. But that said as well, I just try to keep this extra safe. I'm going to just totally enclose the villager pods, which is something that I recommend to everybody. A lot of people try to make their villager trading area or whatever in these pods. That way they don't have to have too many. But in most worlds, you could just make a villager farm of sorts and have infinity villagers. So once this is done, it looks pretty good. Let's just go ahead and let's cover up the corners. I think I'll make it out of cobble. Let's just fill these in. Perfect. Looks good. This guy here. One more time. And And we're good. So, long story short, we need to make villager pods on the side here. So, what I like to do, guys, is basically you're going to find your center, which is going to be a 2-block area with 8 doors on each side. So, as you can see, we have 8 doors. So, this is our 2-block center. So, let's just mark our center. Bang, bang. And then I really like to mix some glowstone into this. You don't want zombies spawning into here. So on all sides, I'm going to do this first. The first things first is I'm going to do this. We're going to have a small problem with baby villagers perhaps going out of these. So what I will do actually is bring this down 1. And do it here. So then that said, I'm now going to just increase this floor room area and make it 4 by 3. Once the 4 by 3 is complete, I'm going to go ahead and use glass for the duration. And now, it was one thing you guys had to watch. You guys had to watch me not build the layers, but we're just going to have to build these pods. So once you do that, let's go over here and start doing the same thing. We're going to make sure we find the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are our doors right here. 1, 2. Glowstone, glowstone. Wrap it. Again, no mobs will spawn in there 100%. And as you can see over here, we're just going to bring... Oh, I brought it up 1 too much. So I have to remember to bring it down. So now we're back in our middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's these ones right here. So let's bring it down. It's always good to remember. I'm doing this just to manage the baby villagers if they do breed. If they do breed, it actually doesn't matter because this thing is going to be operational, right? So if a baby villager comes in and goes and dies, it's actually no problem for you. But they do create a bit of a mess sometimes. So okay, then we're going to grab our glass, bring it around. Make it too high. And we'll go over here. Again, we're only at 13 minutes, so this is actually quite the quick Iron Golem farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 8. The center block is right here. This guy, bring it around. And then we're going to grab our glass. Pretty good flow. I think we'll probably see some good. I think they'll come quick. I think the average the average that you could get for Iron Golems is 1 every 6 minutes. I think is what I read on Wikipedia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Center doors here, down 1. Put these guys here. Glowstone block, glowstone block. Blocks of choice around. And then glass. Again, this doesn't have to be glass. This could be cobblestone for all that matters. I don't think it's too expensive. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8, 16 plus 8. We're looking at 100 glass if you make all of these out of glass. Not that much. Okay, so we have our pods. They're ready to go. We have all of this stuff ready to go. We have our lava ready to burn them. We have our hoppers. Man, it's looking good. It's looking good. Nothing's coming out yet, I hope. That would be crazy. We'll just bust these guys out right here. And let's just put some light here anyway. Perfect. Make sure no Iron Golem snuck through. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to go up here. And now we're going to get our villagers in. Again, guys, this is your call. If you're near a village, I recommend strongly breeding them at the village and bringing them over. Villages over there. I would bring them over with a minecart personally. If not, and you want them to breed, bring 2 to each one and start throwing them some wheat and bread and all that jazz and make them willing. And then once you do that, you'll be good. So what we're going to do is just go in each of these pods and put some water. 1 here. 1 here. That's fine. That works perfect. They're going to be bouncing around. And let's go over here and do the 4 corners. We're going to race around. I'm thinking we're going to try to get this done in a good time. Corner, 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 corner. It's going to keep them nice and in the middle from glitching out. That way they're all nice and in line. A lot of people ask, why do you put the water there? I'm pretty sure you don't need it. I think you could do without the water. I just do it because what will happen is you'll see a lot of the times them start glitching out. And what happens is if they glitch out too much, one might glitch out to the ground, and no joke, a zombie will attack it when it glitches out, and then it goes back as a zombie villager and it will ruin your entire farm. So let's go 3rd pod, 4th pod, and let's put these guys in here. This one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. Perfect. They're all going to push to the middle. That works good. And I think we did all of our water. So I'm going to grab a villager egg, guys. Your call on this one. I have several tutorials on villager farms, villager breeders, several different ones, even like so many. And we're going to go. So long story short, if you're doing this on survival, basically you're going to put 2 in at a time and then try to breed them. But I'm going to put 4 in. So what I'm going to do actually is close these guys up a little bit. Let's get rid of this and this. Just close them up so they don't bounce out of that guy. And then we're going to just go ahead and put 4 in each one. I think, there you go. You can push them through a little bit, let them get a little bit fancier. Go in, go in, go where you're going, buddy. And get your glass there while you can, because this is a little bit of a trick to it. There we go. You get out of here. And there you go. So those guys are safe. No mobs are going to spawn in there. You can't spawn on glass. You're safe. And then we're going to do the same thing. Let's bring these guys here. Put this guy there. 2, 3. Oh my god, really? Why did that happen? Oh, well, I don't think that's going to actually mess with it. It doesn't matter anyway. They're going to have enough time. Look, he's already being a D-bag. These baby villagers, they always mess up with the doors. So let's just keep doing this and get this finished off. Glass. If a baby, we'll go over there and check, but if a baby villager goes in, just make sure you have 4 adult villagers in here. That's the key to success. If you just have 4 adult villagers, then you're good to go. I think this will be a better way if you pop these guys open. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, let's see. There we go. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And last but not least, this guy here. So we're almost done. This is pretty much ready to party, this guy right here. Let's go ahead and just throw 4 villagers in here. 2, 3, 4. I honestly don't care if they're babies right now. That's fine. We're going to go make sure they're not running out. They can open the doors like this if they want. It's up to them. You could just go. I'm thinking the babies might run out, but they probably won't. If they do, it doesn't really matter. Just get out of here, bro. Oh, these guys. I'll leave it open, and you're going to get some zombie love. How about that? How would you like some zombie love? One more time. These guys, they're like, no, Skippy, you ain't doing it. You think you're going to get this tutorial done in 20 minutes? You're crazy, bro. There we go. Okay, so they're all done. Let's go back to the one that spawned a bunch of babies and make sure. I guess they would die if they went through anyway, but the babies didn't go anywhere. That's key. That was the reason I moved down these pods. But as you can see, your Iron Golem farm is complete. 20-minute video, not bad at all. They will start pumping out. It takes a little bit of love. You know, it takes up to 6 minutes. Don't think, oh, there's going to be an Iron Golem right here, right now. You know, you got to give it some love and do whatever you need to do. But there you go, guys. Looking sexy. Pretty simple, straightforward one. Can't really complain about this. And I'm not going to wait for 6 minutes. The farm that you saw in the beginning of the video, guess what? It's this one. So with the art of video editing, you saw it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys like this. I really did revisit something that was really, you know, one of the #1 questions was always Iron Golem farms this, Iron Golem farms that. And I hope this build, basically, the last one was a little compact. And you know what, guys? Really, for the efficiency difference with this one over the more compact one, this one puts out a lot more. And really, what's the difference if you make a 16 by 16 area in the middle, or a 20 by 20 area? You know, it's only a few blocks. It's actually a real pain in the butt to have bad efficiency. So there you go, guys. Don't forget to smash that like. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for some more wicked tutorials. And I think I'm going to do an AFK XP farm next. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. Enjoy. I'll catch you on the next one.